Good afternoon, everyone. Well, here we are, and guess what I'm making today? Sorry, I had a week off last week. I was a lazy bugger, wasn't I? But anyway, I'm making Caron her dinner tonight, and it's chicken satay. Oh, you're gonna love that, and it's bloody easy, tastes good. And then I'm gonna show you how to make the peanut sauce to go with it. Oh, I tell you, so the first thing you do, you've got to make your marinade, okay? And this is pretty easy. I don't use anything hard that you have to buy, bugger that. So the first thing you do is you bung in a bit of oil. I don't use olive oil in Asian stuff, nah. So about 3 tablespoons. Doing a good job here. Couple of shallots, right? This is for, what I'm doing here will be enough for about 1 kilo of chicken. And 1 kilo of chicken will probably feed about 6 people. And you can make a bit of rice to go with it, but I don't. I actually have this just with a bit of salad, you know, because sometimes the rice can be a bit much. So how's everyone going anyway? I tell you what, it's been shit, hasn't it? Us in Victoria, we're bloody over it. So anyway, I've got my Maggi Mix. Those people at Maggi Mix, they better give me another one, I tell you. I love it. I use it nearly every single day, and I tell you, they're so much more powerful than all those other machines, and you can get a lot more work done quicker, I suppose. That's the way I look at that. So we've got to put 2 shallots in here, so we don't have to, you know, chop it up fine, because that'll chop it up. And then after that, lemongrass. Well, I haven't got any lemongrass stalks, so I buy one of these little pouches, and I just, says 2 stalks, and I just bung a couple of squeezes in. It doesn't matter, you know, because it's still going to give it all the flavour. Everyone worries about everything being perfect. It'll be yummy anyway, you know, because, you know, we go to Asia, right? How do we know what things... We don't know what things are meant to taste like. You know, like I've got friends in Bali, and they'd give me a recipe and they'd say, do this to taste. How do we know what it tastes like? So it'll work, don't worry too much. So then a couple of cloves of garlic. You know, garlic's good for you. It might get rid of the COVID. What do you reckon? We could hang it around our necks like they used to in the Black Plague, all that sort of stuff. We'll be doing that next. Can't you see us? I can just see us. Oh, me and Caron with our little garlic necklaces before we go out. Oh, with our matching masks. Honestly, these masks. Now, do you know, girls, who watches The Handmaid's Tale? Every time I put it on, I think, oh my God, it's coming to life. And then I think, oh, don't get your red coat out, Lyni. Christ, I can't wear the red coat since that. Then I put in the garlic, I put in the onions, then I put in 2 teaspoons of turmeric powder. See, I just got this at the soupy. That's all right. It doesn't have to be exact. You know, some people worry too much about being exact, not me. I don't do that. I'm a bit rough around the edges. You'll know I'm as rough as guts. Then I do 1 teaspoon of coriander, ground coriander. Smells better. It smells better than the stuff in the garden. And 1 teaspoon of chili powder. Brucey won't be able to eat this for tea, I tell you. It'll be a bit hot for him. 1 teaspoon of that, and then a bit of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Oh, just measure it out like that. And some sugar. And it's 2 tablespoons of sugar. So there you go. So, you know, 2 tablespoons is probably, oh, that'll do. And then what I do is I ground this up, right? Hang on. So I grind it up now. It might be a bit dry, and I can see it's a bit dry. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of water in it, and that's going to moisten it up. So there it's done. Doing a good job. Now Lyni has to get a bit of water here. Excuse me, kitchen. It's a bit frothy. There you go. Now, how easy is that? Marinade done. The hardest thing, the hardest thing get the little dish out because my Magic Mix has a little dish, see? I love that little dish. So what I do now is I chop up my chicken. Now, you can chop it up how you like. You can have great big hunks of it. But I do this, have it a bit long and skinny, and I thread one of those onto a stick. So here we go. Now you have to marinate this for about 6 hours, and Bruce and I, we won't eat till 9 o'clock. So I'm in one of them moods, girls. So there you go. That's Brucey and my dinner tonight, yes. And you can serve this with a white rice, if you have rice or something, whatever you want. But as I said, salad's probably enough for me. And cucumber. Cucumber's always nice. So I always pop it in a bag. Always find that easier. And now I'm just going to put the marinade mix in. There we go. Now that marinade is enough really for a kilo of chicken. I've just done this because I've already got some done. Now I popped that in the fridge like that. There we go. Leave it for 7 hours. Okay, everybody. Then you get your chicken and have a look at this. After 6 or 7 hours, we put it on a stick like that and we grill it under the griller. That's all you have to do. We haven't actually cooked some because this is Caron's dinner tonight and she's going to have to grill it. But just grill it and let it go a little bit brown. The sugar will probably caramelise it a little bit, which makes it really nice. And then next thing we're going to make the peanut satay sauce to go with it. And it's delicious, believe me. And that's a very simple recipe. So you think you have a kilo of chicken. And, you know, you can use any sort of chicken as long as it doesn't have a bone in it. I've used breast because they're on special this week, doesn't matter. And then I did lemongrass oil. I did some coriander, some turmeric. I did shallots and I did chili, salt and sugar. That's it. What do you reckon? It tastes beautiful, but it tastes better with the sauce. So the next thing I'm going to show you is how to make this sauce and you're going to die, everyone, how easy it is. I hope you like this recipe and I don't think I need to write it down because I've said exactly what's in it and it's delicious. Okay.